So today I wanted to explore what my perceived effort feels like compared to my run from the other day, which is the same pace I was last year. And then I'm going to do a MAF test and I'm going to see where those numbers all jive, right? Which one? Because I think looking at all the numbers and figuring out where I'm at is always important. And since I'm going for my vaccine tomorrow, I thought I'd get this run in today. Now, as you can tell, this is a perceived effort. So they say you gotta be able to talk or sing, and that should be okay for your pace. I have no idea what pace I'm running. I have no idea what my heart rate is. I'm just running. And I'm talking to the camera because I'm by myself. And this is a way that I can figure out whether or not I can actually have a conversation and it not be too strained. I'm about 2 kilometers in, feeling pretty good. My calf muscles are sore from Friday's speedy run. It's amazing after 5.5 months what happens to the body when you're not active. Man, oh man, it's crazy when I think about it. You know, you put in all that time and effort to train, you run your race, in my case my ultra, and then you spend the next 5.5 months doing squats. It's my own damn fault though. But I can't believe I'm actually sweating right now. Whew. Feels good to be out on the road though. I believe I just hit the 4K mark, and I'm gonna tell you what I'm experiencing. My feet are a little sore. My calves are still sore. I can't wait to do some research to figure out how much weight has an impact on your heart rate. There's a problem with perceived effort. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. I'm at Headwaters Physio, going in for my appointment. Gonna work on the leg, and actually this probably may be like the last time I'm gonna work on the leg for a little while, because I'm gonna start focusing on the upper body, because my movement on my upper body, like when I do this, it kind of like strains, kind of like, I don't know, somewhere around here. But this one here, I can wrap it right around, so this side's not as mobile as the other side. Today is vaccination day. Woohoo! Yeah, baby. All right, guys, here I am getting my shot. This is going to be awesome. We had a long time for this.
I know. Any questions?
No, I think we're all good.
Perfect. All right, you're gonna roll up your sleeve up to the shoulder, please.
There we go.
Haven't had anyone cry yet, so.
No, it's all good.
All right, all done.
That's it.
Give you a bandage, yeah.
Look at that bandage and send me on my way.
So you'll wait 15 minutes and then you can get your official receipt that you got your vaccine.
That's awesome. And which one did I get again?
The AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine.
Nice. Awesome. Side effects or anything?
So tomorrow you can have a sore arm. Some people experience a little bit of a body ache or a headache.
Okay.
Tylenol or Advil is okay. And then after that you'll be good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Here's your official time.
Great. Look at that. There, my official time, guys. All's good.
Take care.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
My perception of how I run and what my heart rate is compared to what my MAF pace is, I would say my perceived effort is going to be much higher than what my actual heart rate training would recommend. And I just kind of like geeking out on all the data. So anyways, let's go in and take a look. Start off with perceived effort. So when I went out for my run, I was like, okay, I'm not going to look at my watch, just like I said. And I just started to run. And I ran based on how I felt, how my breathing was. And I ran the whole entire time. I didn't stop. I ran slow when I was going up the hills. And I just ran. And that's all I did. I didn't look at my watch. All I did was just focus on my breath, how I was feeling, and what that felt like. And I would check in with every now and then, and I would say, hey, can I sing? Can I talk? Can I do those things in a really easy way without being winded? Number-wise, where things match up is, I've got 146 beats per minute with a pace of 622. This is what it is in miles. And so as I go down the list here, 622, 613, 613, 621, 618, 630, 34, 39, 32. Very close. Like I said, I didn't look at anything. Now, if you can look at my heart rate, it went up, right? 146, 148, 147, 149, 150, and etc. So my MAF pace is 138. So I am about 10 to 12 beats, actually 10 to 14 beats higher based on my perceived effort compared to over here where I was dealing with my last year's MAF test in October before my ultra marathon, where again, it wasn't exactly the same route, but I tried to make it as close as I could, but it's not exactly. So when I look at this one over here, 549, 539, 537, 35, you can see, right? But over here, you can see my heart rate is significantly lower than what it was over on my perceived effort. So that was an interesting fact, okay? Now, if I compare it to where I was on April 12th of this month, I can see that my heart rate, my MAF pace, right? 133, 132, 135, 136, 136, 136, like right, nice and low. But if you look at the times, like if I do a comparison, that's what this purple line is comparing my perceived effort with my MAF effort on April 12th. And I'm about a minute slower on my MAF pace than I am when I do my perceived effort. So I thought that was an interesting number to look at. So then I went over a little further over on the right-hand side here to my MAF test last October. And again, I compared it as well. So you can see I'm 537, right? And all of the elevation is the same, right? -7 all the way across. But if you look at my heart rate on this, 139, okay, and then 133 with my MAF effort this year. But look at it, 537, 714. And then if I do my perceived effort, 147 at 613. So I thought that was a really fascinating look into it from where I was, right? Now, if I take a look over on the other side here and we do some comparisons, and I did my best to kind of line things up as best I could. Again, I've got my MAF effort of April. Then I also have my MAF effort from last October. But then I also have my April 23rd effort when I was running at the same at the same pace as I was last October. Okay, and I wanted to see the difference in where my heart rate was compared to that. So when I look at it and I do a comparison, these are the best I could get, okay, on these red lines going across. So my effort last October was 538, right? 140 beats a minute. This year, it was in April, it was 718 at 135. And then when I ran, actually, we'll come down here as well. We'll look at this later on my ninth and 8th kilometer. It's the best, again, I could do based on elevation. And so I was 139 beats a minute, 546 pace. 136 beats per minute, 714 pace. Interesting. So again, 3 beats lower over than where I was last October, but like basically 2 minutes slower than where I was. So that's good to know. You need to have a starting point. And now when I look at my effort when I ran faster, just to see where I was pace-wise, so again, I did it over here for kilometer 6. So it was 535 pace, 538 pace over here in October. Right? Elevation, almost the same, okay? 140 beats, 163. So 23 beats more on a speedier effort based on what I'm looking at here. And then this one here, 546 kilometer pace, 166. 546 kilometer pace, 139. So, very, very significant difference between the efforts on all of these. So what does all of this mean? 2 minutes slower than where I was in October. And if I deal with it on a kilometer, if I deal with it on pace effort, right? Like over here, these ones, then what it looks like is I'm anywhere from 23 to 27, and to be quite honest, like 30 beats a minute higher than I was when I did this run here. I feel like I can't really trust myself with perceived effort. And the reason why I say that is because of this, because of the numbers, because of what it's telling me. Because if I always ran as I perceived, like my perceived effort, I would be running in the gray zone every single time because it just feels okay. And so if that's the case, then that's not the right thing for me to do. Maybe it is for you, but it's certainly not for me. And so that's why I would go steer more to the side of heart rate training, because at least I've got something that could guide me, that could teach me, that could basically give me, it's basically a tool to allow me to make sure I'm not in that gray zone until I can become more comfortable trusting myself that I would stay there. Okay. So perceived effort, I'm sure it works for a lot of people. Right now, it's just not going to work for me because I'm just not going to trust myself. So that's my takeaway with what I've just experienced in this whole entire video. So as you can see, I've got some work to do, and it's okay. I just needed to know where I stand with all of my fitness, and that's what I've come up with. So hopefully you found this video helpful, insightful, and it gives you the ability to do the same with your training, to see where you are and how you can go ahead and make the changes necessary to help you see your improvement in your training. If you like the videos, guys, please give it a like, subscribe, comment, share the video. It really helps. And if you watch it to the end, it's even more of a bonus. Google and YouTube really do like when people watch the video, especially when it first comes out. The first couple of hours, if you guys click on it, it will certainly help with that, and it will reach it out to more people. So those things really do help. Your comments really do mean a lot to me. They really do help. I appreciate that. And guys, like I always say, get out and run.